Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out by the 49ers back in Super Bowl 29, but remember that was a much different team than this one.
And think about this team. If they can accomplish what they're setting out to do in this ball game, win a Super Bowl, they would enter their new building as the Super Bowl champions. This team has been around a while. It's moved a little bit, but here they are with a chance to take a Lombardi Trophy into their new facility. And think about them in the old days in the AFL and how great they were. They'd like to reclaim that glory as the champions of all of football.
Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their third visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots. Lost by a field goal out in Vinatieri, putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. And the Broncos just ran over them on defense in that one. That was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, LA! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute? Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have great field position here, as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. That hold. Coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's third and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Hogan in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides...
There goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 66 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. And they'll still try and run for it. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Newton to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
But now it'll be 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for fine as hell, from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Right there. 54
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike. First here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now Austin. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 miles.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the play.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. On first and 10, Darnold throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Tomlinson, the intended target, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold, a screen to Bell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. First and 10 out near midfield. Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
And New York set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Anuno's got it. Complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Darnold now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And Darnold, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Darnold on first down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Check, Mike. 50.
Now it's Darnold. It's complete to Anunwa. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
A first down throw, Darnold, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stop. With a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. On third down, here's Bell. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bell. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. Third and long, it's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Darnold.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the out. Darnold, he lost the football. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he finally goes out of bounds. So he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. This to Jarwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So another score there. Often you... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Darnold from the gun. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing. We've seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah. 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Darnold, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Cowboys pick it up. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Now a play fake here on first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys... Playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
What we got?
Back to throw, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One last throw down for Darnold. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do?
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third down receiver.
That's it, baby.
Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
And Lorenzo Alexander is the ultimate chameleon in the NFL. Has reshaped his body to play different positions. Fullback, defensive tackle, defensive end, outside linebacker, special teamer. He's done it all, and now he's reaping the benefits. Fully entrenched as an outside linebacker in the NFL. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen hands off to McCoy. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 41 yards, as his guys are able to, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now from the 50. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, it's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 50 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Star Latulele in on the tackle. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And some room to run now. Blinks LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The yards, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. On second down, it's McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Gore again here on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They faked the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Mike 58, right there. Let's go, let's go.
A first down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good size. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and... do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.